Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of Christ, high as the listening skies, let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the love that the present brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us be strong till victory is won. Can we say amen? That was a lovely job from the children. They practice a lot to do that, so I want to give them a round of applause for doing that. Now we are going to hear some poems that some of the kids have prepared for us. N'attendez some poems Timoyo prepared pour nous. First up, we have Karen Desrosiers with her poem.
We Wear the Mask by Paul Laurence Dunbar. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but O great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh, the clay is vile, beneath our feet and long the mile. But let the world dream otherwise, we wear the mask.
Thank you, Karen. That was beautiful. And we have another poem from Anne Christie Baudou.
La ponctuation. Ce n'est pas pour me vanter, disait la virgule. Mais sans manger de pendule, les mots ne feraient que se heurter. C'est possible, dit le point. Mais je règne, moi. Et la majuscule se moque toute de toi. Et le tas que minuscule. Ne soyez pas ridicule, dit le point virgule. En vous voyant que la classe se formait sur une glace, cessez-vous conciliables ou tous deux, je vous remplace. Par Maurice Carême.
Beautiful. Okay. We're going to have another poem from the pastor's daughter. No? You don't? Okay. Then that's going to take us to, we have a couple of trivia questions for tonight. There's trivia from there's Haitian trivia, Black history trivia, and also some religious trivia. And the first question is going to be about Madam C.J. Walker. Do you guys know who Madam C.J. Walker is? I would hope so. They've been talking about her this month. Okay? So, Madam C.J. Walker was the first self-made billionaire that was a female in the U.S. And she got her success from making a type of product. So, Madam C.J. Walker était première femme qui était un millionnaire pour compte dans US là. Il était fait en bagay il était qu'on fait la Kylie qui ça il était
She made hair products.
correct. Madam C.J. Walker was the first self-made millionaire by making hair products. Another question is, bear with me. Citadelle Lafayette is a popular tourist attraction located on the top of a mountain in northern Haiti. And it is often called the eighth wonder of the world. Why is this fortress so special? So, Citadelle Lafayette, c'est monument popular. Yeah, sorry guys. Why is it so popular? Pour qui ça est popular?
It was a monument.
Yeah, what makes the monument so popular? What makes it so popular?
It was used to protect Haiti from future colonizers.
Yes, but we're looking for something a little bit more specific. It has to do with the size.
To block the sun.
Actually, it's special because it is the largest fortress in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah. Last trivia question before we move on to our other poems. Which of the following women is known as the Moses of her people? Mary Bethune, Shirley Chisholm, Coretta Scott King, or Harriet Tubman?
Harriet Tubman.
Correct. Harriet Tubman was known as the Moses of her people because she brought her people out of slavery just as he did. So now we're gonna move on to the rest of the poems. We have Jenny Scasoel.
Do you ask what the bird said? The sparrow, the dove, the lantern, and you said, I love and I love. In the winter there is silence. The wind is so strong. What it says I don't know, but it sings a loud song. And singing and loving all come back together. But the Lord is so painful of gladness and love. The green flees below him, the blue sky above. That he sings and he sings, forever sings he. I love, my love, love me.
Thank you. We have another poem from Danielle Fils.
God moves in a mysterious way, his wonders to perform. He plants his footsteps in the sea and rides upon the storm. Deep in the unfathomable minds of never-failing skill. He treasures up his bright designs and works his sovereign will. Ye fearful saints, fresh courage take. The clouds ye so much dread are big with mercy and shall break, and blessings on your head.
Thank you. We have Natalie Jessie Boudou, sorry. I'm so sorry. Boudou.
Les paumes de lune de Jean Rousselot. Entre Mars et Jupiter flottait une banderole. Messieurs, mesdames, faites des affaires. Grande vente réclame de pommes de terre. Un cosmonaute qui passait par là fut tellement surpris qu'il voulut mettre pied à terre. Mais pas de terre en ce point-là, pas l'ombre d'une. C'est une blague sans doute, dit-il en reprenant sa route. Et à midi, il se fit un pas de pommes de lune.
Amen. Now, you guys remember, I also told you we have a couple songs today. Is the Mwamwem group here? Mwamwem? Where are you guys at? No? Oh. Excuse me.
One second, please. Je réfléchis qui chante et chanter, c'est pas connaître. Ça qui pas doit arriver, mais c'est l'écrivain. Malgré toute persécution, Adam a quel péché. Joint une solution, qu'est-ce qu'il a attristé. Parce que faut que c'est petit, bon Dieu qui sacrifié. Jésus accepte mourir pour nous gagner la vie. Ça c'est l'amour qui sont pareils. Côté le non ciel là. Zanjio t'après roi des rois, les choisis quitter toute adoration, toute gloire, pour venir prendre place, moi-même avec, côté non ciel là, Zanjio t'après roi des rois, les choisis quitter toute adoration, toute gloire, pour venir prendre place, moi-même avec sous la croix. Côté le non ciel là, Zanj yo tap rele loi de roi, li choisi quitter toute adoration, toute gloire, pour venir prendre place, moi-même avec, côté te, non ciel là, zanj yo tap rele roi de roi. Li choisi quitter toute adoration, toute gloire, pour venir prendre place, moi-même avec sous la croix. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Our next poem is gonna come from Desrosiers.
Still I rise, Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns, with certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Do you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come to you as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Can we say amen? I think that poem is a very good example of how sometimes they might tell you that you're not good enough because of the color of your skin, but to rise above that, you have to show that you don't care about what they're saying about you because you know it's not true, right? Our next poem is going to come from Desrosiers.
Touched by an Angel by Maya Angelou. We, unaccustomed to courage, exiles from delight, live coiled in shells of loneliness until love leaves its high holy temple and comes into our sight to liberate us into life. Love arrives, and in its train come ecstasies, old memories of pleasure, ancient histories of pain. Yet if we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. We are weaned from our timidity in the flush of love's light. We dare be brave, and suddenly we see that love costs all we are and will ever be. Yet it is only love which sets us free.
Amen. We have Elizabeth. We actually have Elizabeth Desrosiers.
Through the years of pain and strife, black voices echoed, shaping life. From Harriet's courage, bold and true, to dreams of Martin, painted anew. With hands that built and hearts that soared, they fought for justice and were never ignored. Their legacy in flame that burns, in every step the world still learns.
have seen a lot of Black excellence tonight, right, guys? A lot of Black excellence. We have two more songs. We have one from Khadijah. Is Khadijah here? And then we have our last song from Desrosiers.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Moi, t'attendais une conversation côté deux monde qui t'a parlé. Premier monde dit comme ça. Pour qui ça fait nous mêmes haïtiens, nous toujours chanter le na libéré Haïti va belle. Nous gagnons l'autre chanter encore. Si on chantait, on va comprendre peut-être chanter à non. Li dit comme ça, Haïti pays, bon Dieu capable de libérer. Haïtien qui souffrir qui dans prison, bon Dieu capable de mettre nous dehors. Il aller plus loin, il toujours lui dit. Tout le monde qui vient pour mettre nos libertés avec démocratie qui pas jamais en réalité. Mais alors, zami avec frère mio, qui ça nous penser? Mais côté là moi même moi vinn paraître, yo mandé. Ou même ti sœur. Est-ce qu'on est en vacances? Moi dis oui. Est-ce qu'on est dans le monde? Moi dis oui. Combien de monde là qui mon en dehors? Pas de monde en dehors là? OK, on va le montrer nos bagages. Emblème qui est dans le drapeau, ça dit. L'union fait la force. Si par exemple nous divisons, ça va bien. Nous sommes faibles. Mais ensemble, nous sommes forts. Non, nous avons quitté partie ça derrière. Combien de monde qui continue chanter ça? On connaît nous pas supposé chanter engagé dans l'église là. Mais moi pas chanter. Nous pourrons parler. Nous payons le soleil levé chaque jour. C'est tant que nous sommes dans le paradis. Comment nous qu'on chanter là? Pas de monde là qu'on chante? Pas de monde là qu'on chante ça? Vous qu'on chanter? Vous qu'on chanter ça? Mes amis, même si nous ne sommes pas capables de chanter, l'autre chanter, je crois que ça nous qu'à chanter. Nature en général, soleil en cap levé, soleil en cap couché, bel pied fleur, mes amis, bel cocoyer, zanana. On nous chanter avec moi. Nous payons le soleil levé chaque jour. Pas de monde qui chante ça? On commence donc. Nous payons le soleil levé chaque jour. C'est tant que nous sommes dans le paradis. Come on, belle fleur l'homme. Pas de haïtien dans celle-là même. Pas de haïtien dans celle-là même. Moi, je pense que c'est seulement frère Lee qui n'était pas chanter ça. I know that it's only brother Lee that don't know that song. Every single person here should hear about that song. Can you help us with the music, brother? Nous payons le soleil levé chaque jour. C'est un coup dans le paradis. Mais faire pousser dans chaque saison. Qui empêche pas de quitter Haïti chérie. Beaucoup laissent la gueule, le soleil à lever. Bon j'entends cap souffler le soleil la coucher. Haïti chérie, l'homme a ployé dans cœur pour. L'homme a ployé dans cœur pour. Longtemps l'aime tes petits. À tout ils ont mis pas parti. Va chercher chimé la campagne pour mal trouver bon coup la vie. L'aime rive me trouver zonona. Bon gens quand créole pour me soucier. Le coco y est servi me dessert. Tout bagay ça yo fait vraiment. Haïti chérie. En d'enfant tout me sorti let mon mère look nous rime. Bon gens quand je chanter aussi un cap chanter chérie. L'homme a ployé dans Campou. Oh, l'homme a ployé dans Campou. Quand y a mille grands m'a fait chanter. Yon ti chanson me lever au bien haut. Parce que pas de jambe suspend souffrir. Tout le temps yo dit que moi y a vivre. Haïti chérie. Beaucoup le ciel la gain le soleil a pleuvé. Bon j'en cap souffler le soleil la coucher. Haïti chérie. L'homme a ployé dans Campou. Oh, Haïti chérie, c'est nous-mêmes les qui pour sauver, chaîne solidarité qui pour soutenir. Haïti chérie, l'homme a ployé dans Cambou, l'homme a ployé dans Cambou.
Trivia questions before we start our panel. I expect you guys to know the answer to this song. We just sung it. It's gonna be a finish the lyrics, okay? You get more points every lyric that you get more, you know. So the lyrics is lift every voice and sing.
Till love and everyone.
Filled with the harmonies of liberty. No, it's ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the roaring seas. Right.
You got more lyrics? You got more?
Let it resound, loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the fate that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
I hope you guys hear the deeper meaning behind those lyrics. Another question is, do you guys know who Malcolm X is? I remember Naomi doing a kids corner about Malcolm X, so I expect you guys to know this question too. Okay? Why did Malcolm X change his name from Malcolm Little to Malcolm X? Pour que ça, Malcolm X ait changé de nom from Malcolm X, or from Malcolm Little to Malcolm X?
Because Malcolm Little is his ex name.
No.
I think I remember it being because, like, on all the slaves' houses, or like, I don't know, on something of the slaves, they wrote an X on it. So then he just changed his name to Malcolm X, I guess. I don't know.
So Malcolm X actually, did you have your hand up?
He changed his name to Malcolm X because Little was a slave name passed on to his family, and he didn't want to accept that. So he just preferred X, and also that's kind of what they do in the Muslims when he became a Muslim.
Correct. He wanted to get rid of his slave name so it would not be connected to him anymore. Okay, last question. The Battle of Savannah, Georgia in 1779 was one of the bloodiest battles during the American Revolution War. How many Haitian troops joined the battle in support of Americans' independence? 25, 500, 800, or 0? So the question is, how many Haitian troops joined the battle to support American independence? Combien troupes haïtiennes allaient aider dans bataille là pour American independence?
Zero.
It is not 0. We did send a couple people.
I'm gonna go with 500.
It was not 500. It's 25, 500, 800, or 0.
800?
Yes, we sent 800 troops to America to help with the bloodiest battle for the American independence. We are now going to transfer over to our panel with Brother Lee, myself, and Fred Desrosiers, who will be coming in later. We're about to start our panel. So in this panel, we're going to be talking about American history, Black American history, Haitian history, and then also the in between, like being a Haitian American and the culture in that. So make sure you guys are listening and asking questions if you have any.
Hi, everyone. How's everything going? Okay. My name is Benin Lee. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and I came out to Ohio to study. And one of the reasons that people say, well, why did you come to Ohio to study? I came to Ohio to study because I had a lot of family in New York, and I had a lot of distractions in New York. And I was a B- student, okay? And I wanted to make sure that I was not distracted. And so I came out to Ohio, and I got, this is the second time, I got my second degree. And from there, it seemed the world changed because I wasn't among all of the people that I grew up with. I got to experience other cultures. And I realized that the other cultures, as I was learning about them, they were learning about me. And as a result, I observed a lot. I listened a lot. I talked a lot. And people got to see me not as just a black guy from Brooklyn, but they kind of got to see that I was more than just what they thought I was. And that's one of the things that we'll always experience. No matter where we go, a lot of times we are in a room or in a building and we're observed, and people will make inferences about us because they might expect us to be a certain way or to talk a certain way or to dress a certain way. So one of the things that I want to share with you is another poem. This is a poem that I'm going to direct towards you, okay? All the other poems were very powerful, and I wasn't sure if everyone had actually listened. Sometimes you have to read it and underline and put it up by your mirror and review it, okay? This poem is by a lady named Marianne Williamson, okay? Here it is. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who are you to be so brilliant? Who are you to be so gorgeous? Who are you to be so talented and fabulous? You know you are, right? Okay. Actually, who are you not to be? Brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are here for a reason. Right? You're here for a reason. Okay. Your playing small does not serve the world. So if you're talented and you never volunteer for anything, you know the answer and you never raise your hand. You have great ideas for a new invention and you don't even try because you're afraid that somebody else might belittle what you're doing. That doesn't serve the world. Several people are known for being famous inventors, famous singers, famous actors. And why do we know about them now? Because they did that thing. It's up to you to do that thing. Now, I went off just talking while I'm reading this poem. So, playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You need to be who you are. And that is gorgeous, talented, fabulous. We are born to make manifest the glory that is within us. Okay? That's given by who? Yes, Jesus, God. It's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to do the same. So if I'm brilliant, I'm going to inspire you and everyone else around you to be brilliant as well. There's no shame in our game. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. The reason I like this poem, kids in the back, hey, really important that you get this. As we are liberated from our own fear, we preserve our presence automatically liberates others. Now, the reason that this is powerful is that a lot of times when people are put down, you know what it's like to be put down? Anybody know what it's like to be put down? Anyone know what it's like when someone doesn't think you know the answer and you raise your hand and they choose someone else? Okay. You know what it's like when there's an opportunity and someone says, you're just not the right person for what we need. Okay? This poem reminds us that we are. And a lot of times we are afraid to step up. A lot of times when someone hears the word no, it's like a big block that falls down in front of them. And they don't move. But because God has given you the talents and the gifts that you have, there's always a way to let your light shine, to let your talent shine. And it could be in a lot of different ways. Some people are in the medical field, okay? But they have an idea for an invention that helps the heart. And now they're doing something different. People might not have thought, okay, that you can do this and this. But we've already shown that many of us have the talents to do more than one thing. So when someone looks at you and they say, oh, you work in a kitchen, that's not the only skill that you have. How many people know, let's say, how many people like Bible scholars? Okay, all right. Now, because you're a Bible scholar, does that mean that you can't be a teacher as well? Or an inventor as well? Or a business person as well? Or a medical doctor as well? Or a lawyer as well? We're talented. God has given us so many gifts. We just need to develop those gifts. So one of the big things that this poem brings out is that people around you are afraid a lot of times. Okay? Maybe they're afraid that you're going to be their boss one day. Okay? But just because they are afraid, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't stop. You should stop where you are. All right? You have the talents. You have the skills. And let me let you in on a little secret. This is for the older folk. If any of you have a job, a lot of times at your job, on the website, there's going to be a button that says training. And it's going to be free training that you can take on your job to be a better employee. When I found out about this, I was like, oh, wow, okay, this is great. I'm going to sign up for the different things that I'm interested in. The reason that you want to click that button and find out what is available for free is, one, you don't have to pay for it, and two, a lot of times when they're looking to elevate people or give promotions, they want people that have been trained within their system. So always look for that, whichever position you are. I work for the federal government. I work in the medical field, but there's training in computers, there's training in business, there's training in leadership, a lot of different things that I'm not currently doing that I could get experience in by clicking on those links and taking those classes for free. So don't be afraid because other people are afraid of you. And when people put up roadblocks, it's a sign that they are afraid of you, okay? Here is the reality. You're made in God's image. Are you made in God's image? Yes. Are you made in God's image?
Yes.
Are you made in God's image?
Yes.
What about you? Are you made in God's image?
Yes.
Are you made in God's image?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you made in God's image? Okay. All right. We're made in God's image. Okay? When God came up with the plan to develop us, he made us in his image. So when people say stuff like, oh, well, but this person is black and this person is white, we're all made in God's image. All right? God didn't make any test. Guys in the back, you guys need to know this. Okay, somebody get your kids, because they're just talking. God didn't make any test subjects, right? God didn't make any humans and then throw some out, okay? So that's the reality. First reality is that you're made in God's image. The second reality is that as beautiful as you are, as smart as you are, as handsome as you are, as talented as you young people are, some people, for some reason, are just not going to like you. And it's not fair. It's not. But you have to overcome the fact that some people are not going to like you. And you have to know that God loves you. And amen. And besides that, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to work with some people that appreciate your talents and skills. Some other people, and I was invited here because there's somebody back there that invited me because he loves me as a brother. And he said, hey, I want you to come and participate. So you find people that are going in a positive direction, and you work with them. They are your support group, because everyone is not going to like you, but there's going to be a lot of people that love you. Many times, when you rise to the top, you're going to be the only one in your class. You're going to be the only one that looks like you. Has anyone experienced that already? Okay, yeah. So sometimes it's in your class. It's in the club that you're in. Let's say you're in the drama club, and you might be the only one that looks like you. You might be in the science club. You're the only one that looks like you. You take a college road trip, and you're the only one. But it happens also as you get older, okay? There is a group of medical people, and I'm always the only one. But what I have to do is I have to realize that because I'm the only one, I have to look out for someone else that might want to join in. okay? I'm looking for other people younger than me, and I'm saying, hey, are you interested in the medical field? I'd like to help you get into PA school. Those are things that we can do as adults. And young people, when you find something that you're interested in, it's really great to ask people, what do you do, and how do I get to do what you do? Okay? Several times, when you're the only one in the room, you're going to actually have to advocate for other people. Because sometimes when you're the only one in the room, someone might say something like, nobody at Philadelphie Church wants to become a Pathfinder leader. And you have to say, no, there's several people that are interested in being a Pathfinder leader. You have to advocate for the people that are not in the room. The reason being is that you've been chosen to be in the room. So when you are the only person in the room, you have to advocate. You can't allow people to put down people that are not in the room when you're in the room and you're hearing it. Each of you have a unique experience. When I say a unique experience, there's some talents that you have that other people don't have. Okay? How many of you are bilingual? Everybody's hand should be up, I think. But you know what? Some people lose that and they don't practice their fluency, and they lose that. But you'll always have, that's just one superpower that you already started out with. If your parents blessed you with growing up in a home where you know more than one language, you're already ahead of the game. There's some things that you can do that 70, 80% of the people in this country cannot do. And if you can speak 3 languages, that's even better. They can stick you in an airport and you can translate for everybody. Here's something else. A lot of times, in order to explain how successful Haitian Americans or Nigerian Americans are, what people will do is they'll try to divide black people, okay? So they'll say, I keep picking on Ruth. They'll say, oh, Ruth is exceptional, okay? But we can't find a lot of other people like Ruth, you know? Well, Ruth came up in a really good family, so that's why she's special. But then, at the same time they lift her up, they'll put down everyone else and say that they can't do what she can do. Now, she has a unique experience. She can speak more than one language, but she needs to let people know, yeah, I am exceptional, but there are a lot of other exceptional people that I work with, that I worship with, that I'm mentoring, that are also exceptional. If given the chance, you'll get to see their light shine. So it's up to us in our walk to let people know what they're not seeing. Because if they see you, they may not see everyone else. So when you have an opportunity, portray the good. Share the good. Let people know, talk up your people that are doing great things in the community. That's what Black History is all about. There's a U.S. congressman that made a statement on TV, and I was so embarrassed that he made the statement because it made him seem like he was not very smart. This is a statement he made. He said, most of the inventions, made in the modern world were not made by anyone outside of like Europeans. And I said, wow, that's kind of dumb. He has not paid attention during Black History Month. Okay? Who made the you guys know that a black person made the street light. Okay. A black person made the cotton gin. Okay, that was before your time. But the gas mask, the cell phone, Wi-Fi, so many things were created, and that's the reminder that we do every Black History Month. We say, these are some things created by African American, people. Just to remind people so they don't make dumb comments that we haven't done anything. We almost have to always keep this in the forefront because either they don't know or they don't want to know. So later on in the panel, I'll share some books with you that will help you to just sort of know a lot more about what's going on and what you might potentially be facing.
Thank you, Brother Way. I think it's very important about what he said about, like, you might be the only black person in the environment you're in. It's been a lot of times, I'm in college now, and it's been a lot of times where I've been the only black person inside of my class. It's been a lot of times where I'm the only black person inside of the jobs I go to. And so I really have to work harder than a lot of the other kids so that I am recognized just as good as them. So, yeah. We're going to have Desrosiers with some Haitian.
Bien avant de rentrer dans le sujet, je vais demander nous pour nous faire transition. Nous allons faire un sabbat. Après ça, nous allons continuer. Nous allons mettre debout, nous allons chanter reste avec nous parce que l'heure est arrivée. Nous allons aller saluer le sabbat and we will continue after. Reste avec nous, Seigneur, le jour décline. La nuit s'approche, nous menace tout. Nous implorons ta présence divine. Reste avec nous, Seigneur, reste avec nous. Nous nous inclinons pour la prière. Notre Seigneur et notre Dieu, nous te sommes infiniment reconnaissants pour tes bienfaits envers nous manifestés. Encore une fois, tu nous as permis de traverser une heureuse semaine. Et maintenant, nous sommes en train de saluer le départ de ce sabbat pour entrer dans une nouvelle semaine. Que tu sois avec nous, que tu nous protèges contre toutes les attaques de l'ennemi et que tu fasses des projets de paix en notre faveur et non de malheur, en sorte que sabbat prochain, nous puissions être encore ici, en ce lieu, pour t'adorer en esprit et en vérité. Au nom de Jésus, nous te prions. Amen. Today I will do my best to present my topic in both language, French, Creole, or English. But you're going to forgive me because I'm a French speaker and an English speaker. But because of I am in the Black Month history, I have to do my best today to speak in English. Forgive me for my mistake. Forgive me for my accent. But it doesn't matter. What I need, I want you to understand me and to catch what I'm going to now explain you. Today, I'm so grateful to have Mr. Benelli with us because Mr. Benelli is not an American. You are Haitian, right? If you need it, you are in spirit. But if you want to be an Haitian, please let me know because we have a little place for you. It's why what I'm coming to explain you today. And Brother Ismael give me a subject. The subject is Haiti's current geopolitical situation. How does it affect Haitians today? What can we do to make a tangible impact? That is the subject. Situation Haïti à vivre qu'on y a là. Comment le monde ouais non? Et qui ça nous capable faire pour nous bailler a better impact in the world? Brother Benelli, I say you are Haitian. It's not a feeling, that is a reality. Because Haiti is the first black nation in the world. It was not a gift. We fight for our freedom. We fight for our right. And we stood up for our right. When the founder of the nation created Haiti, they say, every black people who flew slavery and came in Haiti, he is Haitian. That means when you are in Haiti, people will not call you Haitian because you speak English. But they will say, maybe his parents are Haitian. He was born in the United States. Because of your color, everybody will take you as an Haitian. But when you do something bad in our country, even though you are black or white, they call you white people. Do you understand what I mean? When you come to oppress our people, even though you are black or white, they call you this white come to give me trouble in my country. When Haiti took his freedom from France, a president of the United States say, what do they think? We're gonna make our best to divide them so they can stay in the slavery even though they have their independence. The first thing they didn't want to do business with us. And they asked us to pay for our freedom. We fight for our freedom, but they asked us to pay for our freedom. Because of that, Germany, the Great British, the New England, the United States, didn't want to recognize our freedom. They didn't want to recognize us as a country, a free country. Since then, we live in the poverty. They create instability in our country. They destroy our indigenous army. They give us another army. When they see that army want to stand up for the freedom, they destroy that army. If they see Mr. Benelli will do something for our country, the first thing they do, they take the population and say, Benelli is not a good president. Benelli is not a good people. Benelli is not a good person. You have to kick him out. And it's the reason why we have 9 presidents in our country today. Haitian people didn't choose to have 9 presidents, but the United States and the Caribbean community imposed us to have 9 presidents in our country because they assassinate our president. And when they talk today, they say Haiti is the poorest country in the world. We are not poor. But sometimes in the Western Hemisphere, they say, okay, thank you, the Western Hemisphere. We are the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. And you know why? They call us poorest countries, but when Cuban people go to Haiti, you say, who is the country, this country, they say we are poor. Because when they arrive in Haiti, they see our houses, they see our car, they see our white sand beach. They say, oh, this country cannot be poor. But when they want to sell Haiti, they go to Cité Soleil, to Bel Air, and take some picture and say, you see what Haiti is. If you fight for our freedom, you will be the same like Haiti. I am not here to preach you the anger. Because us, black people, we love everyone in the world. Even though they don't love us, but us, we love them. And Haitian people, when someone go to our country, even though they don't have money to pay a motel, Haitian people can receive you in their house and feed you, give you clothes and everything. They say you are a human being. You have the right to be comfortable, even though you are not Haitian. What you see in our country today is not our country. We don't have that thing in our DNA. That is not Haitian. We don't know that. What you see, the gang phenomenon is not Haitian. We just see it. But what can we do to win you, to be born again from our sin? I will explain you a story. A white people create a brand in the United States. That brand is Tommy Hilfiger. Unfortunately, I like Tommy. But when the creator present a conference, he say, I didn't create my brand for black people. I created my brand for white people. A rich black American say, okay, if you create your brand for black people, us, we're gonna create something from us and by us. Is the reason why we have that brand we call FUBU. I don't know if you know FUBU, but FUBU is from us by us. When they create music television, but they don't want to take the black artists and present them in the MTV music television. You know what black people did at that time? They create the BET, the Black Entertainment Television. But you know why? BET was more popular than MTV at that time because of 50 Cent, Ja Rule, those artists, you know, Oprah Winfrey. Okay, because of them, BET became popular in a couple time. And we can take a lot of examples to prove you when white people think they can think bad about us, we do something to prove them we are the best. Je dis à nous-mêmes en tant qu'Haïtiens, qui ça nous capable de faire pour nous prouver que we can stand up for our right. We can be back and become la perle des Antilles. Do you know this expression? La perle des Antilles. Because the Haitian colony was the best colony ever for the French population. Because of our gold, our sugar, everything, they call us the peel of the Caribbean. But today, they consider us as the garbage of the Caribbean or the garbage of America. But what we can do? I come with that expression from us by us. And I will explain that in this way. and give me a couple time to read what I write for you. We contribute to the abolition of slavery in French colonies and in the whole America because we help American people to get their independence. But I don't know. I know you are a real American. When someone do something for you, you have to give him something back. You have to recognize what that a person did for you in the past. Unfortunately, American people don't have this memory. Okay. We inspirate the spirit of the abolitionism in the world. And we help Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, Ecuador to fight for their independence. We give money and weapons to help them to fight for their independence. And today, if you see Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador is independent, it's because of Haiti. The flag of those nations were created in Jacmel, the home city of your mother. Yeah, I talk about Madame Jackson, Lisoti Jacmel. Okay, the Colombian, Venezuelan, and Ecuadorian flag were created in Haiti. Okay, is the reason why the Colombian president, no matter what you see in Haiti, visit Haiti in the past, in January. He was in Jacmel to celebrate the communion between the two people. From us, by us, for nous changer our leadership and governance. If we want to have a great Haiti, we have to change our leadership and governance. We have to fight for our economic development. The community-led initiative, cultural and educational renewal, sustainable infrastructure, international support and diaspora engagement. Nous pas besoin blanc à venir dire nous ça pour nous faire. C'est nous-mêmes pour qui décider ça bon pour pays non. Can you imagine, Mr. Benelli? The Haitian police cannot order arms for our police officers. And gang can order arms in the United States. And the warehouse sell weapons to the gang. But the Haitian government cannot order any weapon because of something that I call embargo. It says if another country sell weapon to Haiti, we will apply sanction against them too. That is a plot against our nation. In conclusion, Haiti's path to recovery lies in the application of the for us, by us approach, which emphasizes empowerment, self-determination, and the centrality of Haitian leadership. By placing Haitian at the forefront of political, economic, and social solutions, Haiti can overcome its current crisis and rebuild in a way that fosters long-term stability, prosperity, and independence. This vision of self-reliant Haiti, supported by international solidarity, offers a path forward for sustainable growth and national renewal. I thank you for that.
Thank you. So we heard Brother Lee talk about the importance of knowing who you're made by. You're made by God, and not letting other people put you down because of your skin color. And we heard also from Brother Desrosiers about why we are in the situation we are in with Haiti, and how we can make it, we could turn it around. Do we have anybody that has any questions for the people on the panel? Song you want to play?
Okay, Mr. Vidalson will play a song for us. That song is Stand Up. We have to stand.
Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
You have made it 100 miles to freedom. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Keratom. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind.
I ask you to stand up so we can appreciate that song.
And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die.
This is a song for
I'm
engagement.
gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going
Derek, can you please come and sing for
to a
us?
brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on.
Harriet, welcome to the Underground Railroad.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this is a song of hope. Our freedom will come in. I don't know how and I don't know when, but I hope that Haiti will get back its freedom. Do you believe that? Me, I believe that. I believe Haiti will be back, and we will have a country where we can go for our vacation, where we can build our houses, where we can decide to stay because it's the land of our ancestors. Do you believe that, people? Do you believe that, people? Do you believe that, people? Stand up for your country, stand up for your right, and God will be with us.
I think for this goes for the song, it has a very powerful meaning behind it. And as children who are growing up in America, it has a powerful meaning for that, as well as being from Haiti as well. We have to remember to stand up for what we are fighting for, okay? Don't let people put you in the back because of the past. We have to stand up for the country that we believe in, and we have to stand up for ourselves as people who are growing up black in America today. So if we do not have any questions, does anybody have any questions for the people on the panel? we're going to hear the last remark from Brother Lee, and then we're going to have our final prayer.
I can see the kids are getting a little restless, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to act out the next few points, okay? So, there's a law in science. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? Okay, so I'm what you call a strategic thinker, okay? I realize that a lot of times when obstacles are created, you have to use your brain in order to figure out how to defeat it, right? Okay, so I'm not going to use a child. I need hey, Venny, come on up. Okay, so strategic thinking means that you have a response for different things that come your way, all right? So I want you to come at me. That's just an example, okay? So look at some of the examples of things that people did to limit black folk, okay? One of the things they did was they tried to not let them get houses in different areas. So I looked at a map, and Worthington was an area where they didn't allow us to buy houses, right? And there are certain other areas where they didn't allow black people to buy houses. But the way that you defeat that is you invest in your neighborhood. You invest in your people in your neighborhood. Because what I found is that the same neighborhoods that they said that only black people could live in, now those neighborhoods, the prices have gone up so much and so expensive. And now those same people that didn't want to buy houses in those areas want to buy houses there. So you improve, as the Bible, not the Bible, but there's a song that says, brighten the corner where you are. So make your neighborhood the best, okay? Same thing with schools. When they said that people couldn't go to certain schools, one of the really good things was that there were a lot of black teachers. And those black teachers, even though they weren't getting paid as much, they would spend time on the weekends. They would call parents and have a relationship with the parents because they wanted to make sure that these kids were successful. When you are successful, it doesn't matter which school you go to, okay? You'll see those same people in higher education. Now, one of the things that they're finding out is that it's mostly a lot of black women are the ones getting the advanced degrees. That's beautiful. But what I'm saying is that, you know, when our boys are slacking, we have to work on our boys. Because the fact that the girls did it shows that the boys can do it as well. Okay? All right. The other thing, healthcare disparities. A lot of times that people will point out that black people have problems with diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease and things like that. So these are things that once we know, we need to work on, okay? If you're given medication, take your medication. If it's supposed to lower your blood pressure. Now, here's the thing. If you don't treat your blood pressure, you increase your risk for a stroke, okay? And I tell people, nobody wants to have a stroke because a stroke, you lose part of your function on one side of the body, okay? Guys, you have a stroke, you might not be able to have more kids, okay? These are things that you think about, okay? So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You want to come with me again? Okay, you can sit down. Okay. one of the biggest healthcare disparities that they're finding right now in Columbus is that black women that have a child, their death rate is higher than white women, I think by about 3 times, okay? Now, there are some complications that can occur in pregnancy, but what that means is that you as the husband, you as the patient, you have to make sure that you report anything that's going on. You don't say, oh, I'm just going to take some tea, okay? You need to make sure that your doctor knows what is wrong, and if you feel like your doctor's not listening, you get another doctor, okay? Voter suppression laws. The way that you defeat misinformation with voting is that you get the proper information and you share the proper information. So here's some of the tricks that people used to do. They would tell people that election day was on a Thursday or Wednesday. But you know it's always on a Tuesday, right? But they would send flyers to people's houses to try to fool them. Then sometimes they'll actually say that the candidate that is the worst for you is doing really great things for you, okay? You need to check it out yourself, okay, from reputable causes. So reading the newspaper and being informed is one of those ways in which to defeat a lot of these different traps that people are laying for you. And they're doing all of this stuff to just sort of not let you be successful. The reason being is some people fear that if you're successful and their kids are not, that you're actually better than their kids. And that scares them, okay? But it's an opportunity. You're just being yourself, which is exceptional. Parents and leaders. I just want to see, who are the leaders here? Who are the parents? Because parents are leaders. Okay, in the back, there's no leaders back there? You guys aren't leaders? Okay, so one of the things sometimes is that there's some inequities, okay? This school has a program to teach soccer for the kids. If the kids participate in this school's program, then what happens is when they get to high school, they get to be better players. When they get to college, they get to get scholarships. So what that's going to mean is if you want your kids playing soccer, some parents are going to actually have to teach their kids those skills, okay? Serena Williams' dad did not know how to play tennis, and he raised 2 champions, okay? That's important. A lot of times, they're going to learn some of those skills later on, but you have to get them on the field. You want to make sure that your kids, when they graduate, that the schools not only see that they are a great student, but they see that they volunteered someplace in their churches or in the community. You want to see that they have some speaking skills. Maybe they were on a debate team or drama. You want to show that they have some sports skills, some music skills. I was a music scholarship. I played French horn. And that music scholarship helped me to pay for college. Okay, so let's just talk about some other things. There are a lot of other things that are thrown at us, and that might be something like building a plant that disposes of waste in your neighborhood. That's a little heavy for the younger kids, but knowing the law is very important. Knowing what's being done in your community is very important. So don't shy away from that, because a lot of the things that happen in smaller areas first before it's adopted by a larger group. So I have some recommended books, okay? I don't know if, do we have a lot of readers here? Okay, all right. So a lot of these books I get on audio. It's free from the library. If you use the library app, which is Libby. And here's some books I'm gonna send it to you so that you'll have it and you can give people. There's a book called The New Jim Crow. Ever heard of it? The New Jim Crow? Okay, Michelle Alexander. One of the things she pointed out in this book was that when they didn't have enough people to work on farms, what they would do is they would arrest black people that didn't have a job and make them work for free. So that was making people do slave work, but doing it in a legal way. So one of the things that I tell people all the time, you want to stay clear of breaking the law, because your body is no longer your own, your freedom is no longer your own, and you can sort of be made to work for free. And you don't want that. You want your work to be active. There's a book called Stamped from the Beginning. That's by Abraham X. Kendi. Now, Abraham X. Kendi, one of the things that he pointed out was that this country was never made to give everyone freedom. All right? However, we have a constitution that says that everyone is equal. So we have to remind people of what the Constitution says, not what they want to do, not what used to be done, but what the Constitution says. So, any lawyers, upcoming lawyers in the group? Okay, good. We're going to need you. There's a book called Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Anybody? Oh, not yet. Okay, all right. It's been out for like 5 years. So, okay. So I'm going to give you this reading list. And the last thing I want to share with you, so we talked about some strategies to defeat some of the things that are going on. I'm going to share with you someone that you may not even know about. Has anyone ever heard of Daniel Honore? Daniel Honore. Okay. Honore. Oh, you know who he is? Okay. In your history as a Haitian American, Daniel Honore is probably one of the most accomplished people that I've ever come across. He attended Washington Adventist University, graduated in '85. And I came there in '86, so I didn't get to meet him. But he studied to be a pastor. His position was cut as a pastor, and he went to law school. And as a lawyer, he helped people with immigration issues. An opening came up for him to be a pastor again. And not only did he become a pastor, but he became a conference president for the Northeastern Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, which is the largest group of Adventists in the country, the largest conference. Yes. So he became their conference president. And after his term expired, he was so valued that another conference, a white conference, asked to be their president. He accepted that position in Minnesota. Unfortunately, he passed away. But the impact that he made in New York, the mayor sent someone. The mayor actually said that by meeting Daniel Honore, he explored a vegetarian lifestyle. Okay? The person who is the minority leader of the Senate, Hakeem Jeffries, spoke at his funeral and said he had met him over several periods of time and got to be like friends. The ex-mayor of the city of New York said he didn't know much about Seventh-day Adventists till he met Daniel Honore. And now, as a result of that, they were able to do some things with the conference. So a lot of people wouldn't think that as a pastor, you would have influence with leaders all over the country, but he's one example of someone that did. And I'm proud to say that not only did he attend Washington Adventist, but he's Haitian American. So you can add that. That's a new Black history fact. That if I come back again and I ask you who's Daniel Honore, you're going to know. Okay.
Thank you. We want to thank everybody who participated in this night. I hope the parents was listening very closely about the people that we were talking about today, especially Daniel Honore. I didn't know about him. But I hope that encourages you to start raising some more Daniel Honores and Maya Angelos and different people who are going to have a big impact on the future. And they could say that they're the first Haitian American to do this or the first Haitian to do that and make an impact into the world. To close out, we are going to have a final prayer from Brother Desrosiers, and then there's going to be fritai downstairs. Just because it's called fritai, it is not free. You do have to pay. But we do appreciate everybody who came and supported the children. The money towards the fritai goes to the children's ministry. So if you guys want to see them continue to do big things inside of the church, please, please, please help them out and give them money and donate. Thank you.
M'attendez nous pour nous battre un gros applaudissement pour Ruth pour moi s'il vous plaît. M'attendez pour nous battre un gros applaudissement pour Children Ministries et pour nous chaque qui était là pour Brother Ismael qui t'a coordonné toute bagaille même s'il mettait là en background it's okay. Nous te travail pour eux. À nous mettre nous debout pour nous capables prier. Combien de monde là qui parle créole? Yeah, you tout parle créole. You don't speak créole. Ok. Simone, nous allons prier. Songez-nous toutes ces petites, bon Dieu. Pas quitter personne qui comprend, yo dit, yo pi bon passé, non. Parce que nous toutes, nous c'est monde. Mais, apprendre pour nous make difference. Ok? Là, on dit nous pas bon. Show them we are the best ever. C'est ça nous devons faire. Yo a voulu nous jeter, prouver nous c'est plus bon student qui gagne with our grade and our behavior. Pas écouter moun qui fait nous mettre pantalon nous en bas derrière nous. Qui offrir nous drogue pour détourner nous. Si Ruth te prend drogue, si Rachel te prend drogue, Ismael, tout ça qui est passé devant nous, Ralph, Béami, tout ça qui est passé devant nous, je dis on va t'appeler avec nous. Ça veut dire, montrer nous the way. They show us the way. Please follow the good example. En nous prier, bon Dieu. Papa, nous qui dans le ciel là, nous te remercions parce que tu permets que nous venions là pour nous venir reconnaître que nous-mêmes nous sommes petits. European descent, ils fait tout ça possible pour dire non pas monde. Mais nous reconnaître nous c'est monde parce que nous créés à image. Seigneur, nous rappeler histoire ça yo. C'est pas pour nous railler personne, mais c'est pour nous connaître qui côté nous sorti et qui ça nous doit faire pour nous capables faire respecter droit nous. N'appendons pour bless our brother Benelli qui est venu là, vient parler avec nous et qui montre nous how important we are. Nous important pour eux et n'appendons nous l'esprit pour nous capables important aussi aux yeux du monde. Bénis tout reste programme qui parle fait là. Bénis semaine pour nous. Dans le nom de Jésus, nous prions. Amen.